Good morning. My name is Jennifer Ryan, and on behalf of the Alliance of Women in Workers' Compensation, I want to welcome you to today's webinar. Today is week 4 of our 5-week masterclass on Finding Your Power with Natalie Fikes. This webinar, titled Activate Your Guiding Voice, will last approximately 1 hour and is a live interactive webinar being broadcasted today, Thursday, September 24th, 2020. Before I get started, I would like to thank our 2020 corporate sponsors for their support on hosting events such as this. They support us not because they want their logos up on a screen, but they support the cause, which is to effect positive change in the workers' compensation industry through networking, support, mentoring, and collaboration. The Alliance is inclusive of all professionals in workers' compensation, regardless of career stage, with the belief that we can all learn from and support each other. I also want to give everyone an update on upcoming events. Throughout the next few weeks, we will be hosting the last of Natalie's Masterclass series along with Zoom Common Ground Socials on the weeks between the webinars. The Zoom Common Ground Socials will be facilitated by your AWWC ambassadors as we dive deeper into discussion from each of the classes with Natalie. Be sure to go onto the AWWC's website event page to view the days and times for a local social that fits your schedule, along with registering for the last class from Natalie. You asked for it, we delivered. The Alliance WorkComp 20 virtual conference is scheduled for November 5th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central. Sessions on leadership, personal development, and diversity and inclusion are on the agenda. Speakers include our board members, ambassadors, members of our Employer Advisory Council, and engaged industry leaders. Stay tuned for registration and a complete agenda in the coming days. Today, we will be joining Natalie Fikes, life coach and career consultant, who has developed a system that helps people who struggle to achieve both personal and professional success clearly define their purpose so they can live the life they want. She combines her gift of entertainment with proven principles for achievement to transform audiences worldwide. If you clarify your purpose, you can control your life. Most people wake up every day without a real sense of purpose. You're confused, exhausted, and unfulfilled. Instead of feeling like you've made a difference, you feel powerless. Think about how your life and your organization would transform if you clarified your purpose. Imagine how much more fulfilled you feel if you knew that the work you did every day served a greater purpose. When you clarify your purpose, you have more than a job to do. Your life has meaning. This week, we are talking about activating your guiding voice. Along your journey, life may present challenges that may feel impossible to overcome. If you don't create a strong why, you can revert to old habits that rob you of your power and progress. This class teaches you how to remind yourself why what you're doing matters. During this interactive webinar, you will have the opportunity to interact with Natalie and ask questions through the Zoom chat feature seen on your screen. Please feel free to ask questions, and Natalie will try and answer as many questions as time permits. Thank you for the time you are spending with us today, and we hope you enjoy this webinar.
Good morning, Alliance family. It's your girl, Natalie Fikes, and here we are again. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's dive into activating your voice, your inner voice, that guiding voice, that thing inside of you that I call your inner winner, right? Because you always got that inner player hater that wants to tell you, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're not this, you're not that. But what about your guiding voice? That voice is in there. You just have to find it. And so I think about the movie Men of Honor. Have you ever seen Men of Honor? Where Cuba Gooding Jr., he played Carl Bashir, who was a sharecropper. And what I love about the movie is that it starts with him coming from school. And when he comes from school, he runs, takes off his book bag and everything, and dives right into the lake. Come to find out that he's always wanted to be a deep sea diver, rescue diver. It was in him. It was in him the whole time, but he wasn't necessarily able to put words to it and say, this is exactly what I want to do. But when he went to the Navy, there was this time where, you know, was segregation and discrimination and all types of things going on. So there were challenges, severe challenges going on. But there's a part in the movie where all of the colored people had to stay on deck while it was just a hot day. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna jump in that water because I'm hot. It was just like, it was calling him. Water called him. It was inside of him. So, I mean, he got in trouble for jumping in the water, but guess what? He outswam the white officer. He outswam, but he got in trouble. But you know what? It didn't affect him. And then there was another time where he really had to deal with the pressure of really being discriminated against, where they were to put together their suits underwater, and you're not supposed to come up until you're finished, and it's timed. And what happened was they cut the bag with all of his tools and everything inside of it, which made it drop on the ocean floor. He spent hours underneath that water. Hypothermia was seeping in. He was under the water, just going. Like, he could have been sitting there thinking about, you know, I'm Black. This is never gonna work. You know, that inner player hater. This is never gonna work out. No matter how hard I try, look at all the things I've gone through. Challenge after challenge after challenge. But I believe what he did was he heard his guiding voice. His guiding voice is his why. His why. Why am I doing this? That is the most important question that you could ever ask yourself. Why am I doing this? And Simon Sinek says, don't quit. Never give up trying to build the world you can see, even if others don't see it. What do you think he saw inside of him? Could it be he saw his end? His end was that he was going to be a master sergeant, and that he was going to be, he didn't see his challenges. He was the master sergeant in that moment. So I want you to think about what it is that you want. But then I want you to think about why you want it. So tap into your inner winner right now and say, I want this and why. Go ahead and type it in the chat. This is what I want, and this is why I want it. Because next slide, we have what, and we have why, and then we have what. What do I want? Why do I want it? And what do I need to do? What do I want? Why do I want it? And what do I need to do? So I want you to tell me what you want and why you want it. And I'm going to take a look at the chat. What do you want and why do you want it? I want to stop work at 4 p.m. to spend time with my baby, right? I want to spend time with my baby. Stopping at 4 p.m. is going to allow me to do that. So then the next thing is, what do I need to do in order to stop working at 4 p.m.? So write that down for me. What do you need to do to stop working at 4 p.m.? I want to complete my degree while working from home. Why do you want to complete your degree while working from home? I want to buy a home to stop moving every 2 years. I want to buy a home. Why is not moving every 2 years important? Why is not moving every 2 years important? I want to lose 50 pounds by the end of 2020 to get control of my health. I want to lose 50 pounds. Why is it important to get control of your health? I want to get paid for living my purpose and passion, so I am living the life I was created to live. I want to get paid for living my passion, right? So what is your passion? I'm sorry, your purpose. I want to get paid for living my purpose. What is your purpose? How much do you want to get paid? And why is it important to live a life I was created to live? I want to write a novel. My inner voice compels me to do this. I will schedule time to write and synthesize ideas. I want to write a novel, right? What kind of novel do you want to write? And why is writing that particular type of novel important? So do you see how I did that? What is it? We are so vague. I promise you that he did not stay underneath that water because he had a vague why. You need to know what your why is. I said that I can't work for anybody. I can't work for anybody because it takes up my time. I love to volunteer. If I don't volunteer, I don't have oxygen. I don't have oxygen because adulting is too much. I need to just be able to do things that nobody is paying me for. It doesn't matter if I show up or not, but it actually does. And that I'm doing something to benefit other people. I need time to do that, right? Most importantly, the mother that I have a clear vision of is one that has to be in control of her time and has to be available to her children. Has to. I can't do toxic environments. And if I don't control the environment, then I don't control the environment. So those are reasons why I couldn't work for I couldn't. It just doesn't work for me. And so I hear people saying, well, I can't do this because, and it's very vague. Sometimes it's lazy. Sometimes it's because you don't want to do certain things. That's not a strong enough why. Because when the money gets funny and things aren't coming through and stuff like that, the thing that gets me out of bed, and it was harder in the beginning, it's like, not only can I do that, but I can't do this either. Like, this is too hard. I don't know what I'm doing. I probably need to go get a job so that I could pay these bills. And I was like, no, that's never going to trump the fact that this is the type of parent that I choose to be. And this is the type of person I choose to be in my community. So I had to get very clear on what that looks like. And so for a lot of people, what we don't do is sit down with our lives. You have to sit down with your life, because the number one thing that is stopping your why is I don't know. I don't know how, I don't know what, I don't know why, I don't know. I don't know. But you know what's interesting about the definition of know, K-N-O-W, is know means, and I got my Google up so that I get it all the way right. Now I'm just gonna have to go off memory because this technology. So know means that you actually have discovered and identified. And that so excites me, because to know means that it's there. You just haven't identified it. You haven't discovered it, but it's there. So when you say, I don't know, you're saying I haven't discovered. The other thing about the definition, I love words. Do you see how you come alive? When you love something, you just come alive. The other thing about no is that it says when you've taken the time to relate to and spend time with. And I'm like, that's why you don't know. It's because you haven't taken the time. And for me, it's not condemnatory to me. It's like, goes back to my favorite saying, you had the slippers the whole time, Dorothy, which is the reason why I don't know is not because it's this elusive thing that isn't tangible and I can't get to it. It's I haven't taken the time to get to know myself, to figure out who I am today, to understand what it is that's going on inside of me. I haven't discovered it, but it's there. That is so exciting to me, to know that it's already there. I just have to take the time. So what's in front of your why is your no. Until you take the time to get to know what you want, what it is that you want, who do you want it with, how do you want it, and is it going to benefit yourself and others, then your why, which is what keeps you through the hard times. It's the things that, why am I still in this marriage? Why haven't I ran away from these children yet? Why is it that I'm at this job? Why is it that I keep putting up with this boss? There is a reason why you are taking crap from people. There's a reason why. There's a reason why people stay in abusive relationships. There's a reason why. For every good reason, there's a why reason. For every bad reason, there's a why reason. There is always a reason. And there's always a reason why you don't take action. So I want you to put in the chat box for me, why haven't you taken action on the things that you want to do? Why? Tell me, why haven't you taken action? And do it from a me-centered space, right? Me, because we're focusing on the boss and, men are in control and just why on a very basic level. Why I haven't been able to do the things that I wanted to do is because I have not done what I needed to do. That is so liberating to me. I want to lose 40 pounds by December 31st. Why do you want to lose 40 pounds specifically? And why do you want to lose 40 pounds by December 31st? These are very specific things that we say, but why? Why? Because, there's so much stuff out there, so much information. Social media is bombarding us to the point where, are your thoughts even your own at this point? Everybody's saying you should go left. And then in the next scroll, they're saying you should go right. And then other people saying, live your life, honey. You ain't got to do nothing. It's like, oh my God, why? Why is it that you need to lose 40 pounds by December 31st? Why is it that I am committing myself to a total lifestyle change? In phase 1, I'm going to exercise at least 15 minutes. Exercise to me looks like moving my body for 15 minutes. It doesn't matter what it is. Phase 2 looks like me, the nutrition and all that stuff. I'm going to find out how to eat for my blood type. I'm going to find out how to. Phase 4 is incorporating the 2. You understand? Like, why is it not that? It's because everybody is saying this is the way, and you need to set smart goals that look like this. Yeah, you need to set smart goals, but based upon what works for you. You know why you don't get most things done? It's because you're going based upon somebody else's system. What do you want? In what way do you want to do it? I don't want to go to the gym. I want to dance because I love to dance, honey. That's all I want to do. right? Figure that out for yourself. And why do you want it? Why do you want it? So let's talk about the things that are in the way. Fear, making more time, and fear. Let's talk about that, making more time. See, because we get caught up in these things. We don't make more time. Where we making time at? Where's it at? Where do you go and make more time? One thing I know for sure, it's going to be 365 days in a year. It's going to be 24 hours in a day. It's going to be 4 weeks in a month. You understand what I'm saying? 52 weeks in a year. That's what we know for sure. It's what we do with our time. What's happening is you're not scheduling yourself into it. You know why? Because your why isn't strong enough. Your why isn't strong enough. And when you do not have a strong why, that's why you go through the confusion stage, the people-pleasing stage, the self-doubt stage, and the self-sabotage, which causes you not to take action at all. So let's look at Cuba and ask ourselves some questions. Why he stayed underneath that water for over 8 hours to make sure that he found every single screw. Next slide. Because what you want to do is when you feel like giving up, you want to ask yourself some really, really hard questions to rejuvenate yourself. It's when you hit down on the mat and it's counting you down. 10, 9, 8, 7. You have to figure out, why am I doing this? Why? Why didn't he quit when he was discriminated and against and disrespected? Why? Why didn't he? Why didn't he quit when he was cheated and mistreated? You ever been cheated and mistreated and just given up? Your why wasn't strong enough. Why didn't he quit when he was failing his classes? Not only is he being discriminated against, he realized that he wasn't good academically in some areas. And if he didn't pass, all of his hard work was going to go to waste. But you know what he did? He activated his why and snuck inside a library and solicited a woman who ended up becoming his wife. That's what why gets you everything that you need in your life. But if we quit, if we give up, if we tap out, then we'll never have all of life's purpose drawn to us, because clarity of what you want, why you want it, who you want it with, the way you want it, is it going to benefit yourself? Is it going to benefit others? What do you need to do to get it? Getting over the self-doubt and the confusion and the people pleasing and all that other stuff is in your why. Why didn't he quit when he was hurt and in pain? His leg was severed. He lost his leg. And he still said, no, I see myself. I see myself. I know that I can do this. I knew that I could not be the mother that raised me. I knew I didn't have the tools to be the mother that I wanted to be. And so I read and I studied and I personal developed and I talked to my kids and I communicated and I prayed and I cried and I repeated it. And I decided, this is who I'm going to be. I want my son to stand before people receiving accolades and awards and say, my mom did this and that. And you know what those things are? How I respond to them, and I'm there for them and making their what and their why and their how come through for them, not putting my stuff on them. I knew that I didn't have what it took to be that vision in my mind. So I did the work and it was hard. His leg was severed. His wife said, I can't do this. And he loved his wife. I've lost relationships. I've lost all types of things. I spent all types of money. I've had people lie, cheat, still leave me. And I'm like, I can't do what you want me to do because my why is too me, do I want to quit? Absolutely. Do I want to quit? Absolutely. Do I cry? Yes, but it's when you cry, not sit there and act like you're strong. It's when you allow yourself to just say, I'm holding on to this why. This why has to come true. It has to, which means I have to go to the end. I have to go to the end. It's like deal or no deal. No deal. No deal. He lost his leg, but he still saw himself walking. Oh my gosh. Do you understand? If you understand why having your why come alive is so important, I want you to say yes. I want you to say yes. I want you to say yes. And in your yes, I want you to think about your why. I want you to think about your why. I want you to solicit your why and put pressure on your why to say, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I can't keep moving every 2 years. What do I need to do? I can't keep gaining weight. What do I need to do? And if I don't do these things, horrible things are going to happen. Horrible things. I'm going to continue my generational curses in my family. I'm going to constantly be misplaced and broken relationships and mismet money management and depression and anxiety. I need my why. I need my why. Why didn't he quit when he suffered all of those losses? It's because of a powerful why. Because of a powerful why. Tell me why you want what you want. Put it in the chat. Don't be vague about it. I believe that the world is filled with a bunch of what to do's, but not a bunch of how to do's, and certainly not a bunch of people willing to show you how. So I have raised my hand to figure out how to build courses, how to put it together in a way that people actually learn, not just to make myself look good and all that. No, I strongly believe that the generation of you need to do this because I said so, and because this is the way this is, and because that we've outgrown that, right? So I had to do what I need because my why is I see us independent of other people's opinions. I see us independent of these lines that limit us. I see us independent of being stuck to this personal group of people, or this is the way it should be. I see us free from all of that. That's what the greater purpose system is. What do I want? With who do I want it with? What's the way that I want it? And how can I do these things to benefit myself and others? It's about complete ownership of your life and yourself. And I see it for others because I've manifested it for myself. Next slide. And I've manifested it with so many people that I've worked with. And I'm like, if you just let other people take control of their lives, if you let people be responsible for their stuff, and you be responsible for yours, that's how we change this world. So my question is, what do you want? I've been asking that for months now, and some people are still struggling with it. You know why? Because the confusion, the people pleasing, the self-doubt, and the self-sabotage, it leaves you in a place of just feeling stuck. What do you want? Right? People are still struggling with it. I'm still struggling with it. Oppression is a real thing. It's a real thing. And nobody's like, hey girl, hey, don't I look cute? Yeah, I'm oppressed today. I have been showing up as this person for my whole life. The difference between her, where I was, and where I am now, and woo, the work between, honey, is the fact that they're in alignment. It's the truth. It's the truth. The truth really does make you free. It really, really makes you free. And so you have got to take the time. I had to separate myself from everyone. I had to sit with myself and say, you're not okay. You are not okay. I was right here with pain. I was going to tap out. As much as I'm for people now, I literally was going to give up on everybody. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of being the one to turn the cheek. I'm tired. No, that doesn't work. No, I see everybody around me being trifling, and this seems to be working. Oh, I'm good at everything I do. So let me try trifling and see how that's going to work. But even that declaration did not feel true to me. It was me tapping out. What do you want? At that time, you know what I wanted? I wanted partnership. I wanted to be around people that I actually liked. Not didn't have to be around, but actually liked them. People who actually saw me, that it wasn't just a one-sided experience where they were getting all this, oh, I love Natalie. And it's like, yeah, everybody loves Natalie. And I'm like, oh, I really cannot stand these people, you know. Doing what it is that I want to do. Not I have to take this job, or I really am really skilled at this, but this is not really what I want to do. Listen, what you want, why you want it, and what do you have to do to get it is such an important thing. And listen to me, I understand that you cannot do it by yourself. But you have got to get around people who will support you. There are people that's there. And so make sure you come to next week. Next week, our final session is about activating your ride share. It's about once you get your dream clear, that's when your dream team will appear. But you can't get your dream team without your dream, and you can't get your dream accomplished without a dream team. So we have to get your dream clear. Tell me why you want what you want. Tell me, because it's a deep, deep, deep world-changing reason why. Why is it that you want to not take your next promotion and develop your family, stay at home with your teenagers because you know you only have a few years left? Tell me why that's important to you while everybody is saying climb, 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 climb. Tell me why that's important to you. Tell me why it's important for you to be healthy. You've been overweight your entire life, but there's something about you saying, no, wait a minute. I have never seen an overweight 90-year-old. And I got things to do. I have things I want to accomplish. I want to write this book, not just to be a published author. I have stories and experiences that I know will help other people. Tell me why you want to get promoted in your company. Because you want more access and influence to be able to implement change within your organization. Tell me why you don't want to tap out on your marriage when he's cheated and she's cheated and is abused drugs and money and all that. Tell me why it's important for you to stay. Not from a place of brokenness, but from a conviction that's inside of you. Tell me why you get up every day. Tell me why. In the chat, why do you get up every day? I'll wait, because you are necessary. Tell me why. Because it's important. It's important to stick to you. For my family. Why? What for your family? You get up every day for your family for what? I get up for my kids and my husband for what? I'm healthy and alive for what? For what? Why? Your why, you see how your what and your why, it always for what, for why, for what, for why, what, why? To live my best life to the fullest. What is your best life to the fullest? What does that tangibly look like? Next slide. What does that tangibly look like? We say these things, oh, I'm living my best life. What does that look like? Because I know people who are saying I'm living my best life, and then I'm on the phone with them 5 minutes later and it's a whole hot mess. What does living your best life look like? It starts with knowing what you want. What do I want? Until you get clear about that, and I'm telling you, the more you struggle with what do I want, is the more you drain yourself of the fulfillment and living that best life that you truly want. And more dangerously, if you don't identify what your best life is and you camouflage what you're stuck in as your best life, then you will never have anything to go towards. You're lying to yourself. You understand? Let me read some of these things. Being fully present with my family without distraction from work. That's my best life. What does distraction from work mean? At the beach with a Corona in my hand. You sure you want Corona? Financially free would be living a best life, living in peace. Okay, so at the beach, what beach? With a Corona in hand, got that, lemon, lime, straight up. Financially free, what does that number look like? What does that number look like? Would be living my best life. Living in peace, what does peace look like to you? This is so important to get really, really clear. You see how what I want has layers, it has layers. Until I can picture you on this beach with the Corona in your hand. What kind of swimsuit do you have on? Do you got rolls or your stomach flat? You know what I mean? Like, get really clear. I see myself getting married again, and it doesn't look like this body. So guess what? It takes a lot of pressure off of me thinking, oh, it's now. No, now I know it's not now. I'm really focused on what it is I'm doing, and it's causing me to not be as fit as I want to be. But I know what I look like when it's time, when it's going to be time. I know what I look like in my wedding dress. I know what I look like. This is not it. So I'm not going to rush and pressure and do all this other stuff. I'm like, woo, thank God I got time to do it. Some extra crunches. You know what I mean? Like, be specific and give yourself the opportunity to let it be a seed, time, and then you'll get the harvest. Next slide. Let's see. Accepting calls and meetings when I know my family needs me. Saying no, not looking at email. So then the question is, because nobody's making you do that. Nobody is making you do that, right? And thank you guys so much for being open. And I like interactive. It's like you can get, and you speaking up is helping other people as well, right? And so nobody is telling you that you have to open emails at a certain time. You can literally put something up that says, I have a return receipt or whatever that says, I am in receipt of your message, and I check my emails between 12 and 2 daily. I will get a response to you as soon as possible, within 24 hours or whatever. Not as soon as possible, because that's vague. But you understand what I'm saying? When your family needs you, my family is a priority to me. This is what I want. I want to be available for my family, right? Where am I now? I am taking calls and emails and stuff when my family needs me. So me being there for my family and doing this stuff that I don't want to do, people pleasing, right, is causing me not to get what I want, right? And because I'm doing these things, it's causing me to feel like a certain type of way. Tell me, what does it feel like when you're not there for your family? What does it feel like inside yourself when you're constantly got your family needs this and the work needs this? What does that feel like, right? You feel defeated, right? Guilty, anxious, right? So this is what you want, but this is what you're doing. This is what I want. This is what I'm doing. What I'm doing is making me feel a way that I don't want to feel. So then the question is, what do I need to do in order to feel the way I want to feel and get what it is that I want to get? Do you see that? And you get to implement that. What does it profit you to gain a whole bunch of get a whole bunch of emails responded and lose your whole self, lose your whole family? What does it profit you? The question is, do I need to be more productive when I am at work? Do I need to delegate? Am I making everything urgent? And the most important question, why am I people pleasing? What have I told myself about if I do these things, what it'll get me or have me perceive that? What have I told myself? What have you told yourself? I'm living my best life. What have you told yourself about how being in anxiety and depression and overworked and underpaid, and tell me how you have made that so beautiful of a life? I'm living my best life. Is it the best? Do you feel like this is the best and you're making the best out of it? There's a difference. I'm making the best out of my life. My best life is very clear. Next slide. Your best life is very clear when you decide, when you figure out this is what I want and this is what I need to do to get it. So even when you're in the process of going from financial sabotage or financial prison to financial freedom, even the journey, you're not like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? It's, hey, we on the way. Hey, I'm on the way. That's the difference, because it's clarity. It's clarity. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. If I just keep on driving on this road, 328 miles, the next thing you know, I'm gonna get to another highway and I'm getting further and further away from doing the things that don't get me what I want and don't make me feel good. I'm gonna start doing those things that get me where I wanna be, that get me where I wanna be. But my girl just said it, who's that? It's fake. It's a facade. On the outside, I'm making everyone else's work life easier at my expense. If y'all are feeling her, let me hear you say yes. You are not alone, because I'm telling you, you are not alone. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm making everybody else's life easy, and I am not doing it for myself. That's why you don't know how to say, this is what I want, this is it, right? This is it. I'm in tears over here. I needed this so bad today. Yes, Lindsay, thank you for being an automatic hero, for stepping out on the dance floor and inviting everybody else to get free. Free. What do you want? That's your greater purpose. It's what's stopping you from living the life you actually want. Your inner winner is screaming on the inside, I cannot take this anymore. Tired. Ah! That's what you're feeling. But you show up like this. And you're dying inside. We need you to live your why is what the world needs right now. Your why. You are the missing piece in this world. The answers are inside of you, but you got to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth. So let's breathe together right now. Deep breath in through your nose, because we don't breathe well, especially when we're crying. Breathe in your truth. Breathe out the confusion. Say, what do I want? Breathe in the truth. And breathe out the people pleasing. Breathe in the truth. And breathe out the self-doubt. Breathe in the truth. And breathe out the self-sabotage. Because, honey, I'm going to tell you, queen, my whole life, I literally could be good at anything that I want to do. Anything. And that was from a young age. But I just wanted partnership. I wanted to be seen and heard. I just wanted that internal validation that I didn't know at the time, only I could give myself. The slippers the whole time, Dorothy. I realized that I was so afraid of saying no that the first time I said no, and they were like, okay, I was like, okay. Because the story I had told myself was like, and I don't even know that I knew this was a story, but it was something in me that was saying, if you say no, something really bad is going to happen. Something really bad is going to happen. When really, and I'm the queen of it now, I'm not going to be able to do that. I told people from the beginning, I'm like, honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make your funeral. So we need to have a really good life experience. Or no, I'm not going to be able to come because I don't like being sad. I really just don't like being sad. So it just depends. And if you're gone, the funeral is for the family. So if I don't know your family or like them, then I'm more than likely not going to come. I'll do it in my own time. But you wouldn't even know if I was there or not. Like, I am so me that something that heavy, but I'm so serious. I'm like, what if I have like a major speaking engagement? I'm here to speak to the living, and I know for sure that I make my life relationships work. I know that when you pass away, we're going to be in a good place. So it's nothing for us to kind of like close out, like I told my kids, I'm like, you better act right because my funeral is by invitation only. I don't need you in there. If you was cutting up in my life, you're going to be cutting up at my funeral. And if it's some mysterious death, I've already put it in my will that one of y'all or somebody killed me for my money. I just wanted to make y'all laugh, but I'm dead serious. Y'all know I'm serious. But when you tell somebody no, the world doesn't end. I'm here to tell you, all those people who are afraid of it, I was, oh my God, I was so afraid of no. Anytime I would speak up in a way, and no is just disagreeing with somebody else. But until you disagree with the life that people want to put on you, you will never agree with the life that you were meant to live. That's what greater purpose is. It's what do I want? Next slide. And the most important thing is why. Why? Tell me why. I want to hear from you guys. Don't talk to me about your family. Don't talk to me about the children and the husband and everybody else. Those are my my number ones, my people pleasers. It's about everybody else. It's about everybody else. You know why I have committed my life to raising my children the way that I'm raising them is because I am breaking the generational curse that is in my family. Parentlessness, fatherlessness, motherlessness, just because they're there doesn't mean that they trained you up in the way that you should go. Being there for them is not, oh, I made your salad and your sandwich and did. No, being there for them is Do you know why you felt that way? Tell me why. Explain to me. Being able to communicate, being able to articulate, being able to understand, being able to money manage, being able to be independent, being kind to people, character, and thinking about the world, sharing the world with other people. That I want to get as much as myself and what I've learned into them, so that they can become who they are within themselves. Don't become me, become you, but take all these tools I didn't have. Oh my God, please take all these tools I didn't have. Because that big old why, it drowns out the confusion. It drowns out the people pleasing. It drowns out this self-doubt and self-sabotage. I used to think that I was not good enough to speak truth because everyone around me was being fake. The whole time, the room was waiting for me to tell the truth. I used to tell the truth and they'd be like, and I finally stand up and I say, no, this is not okay. We don't feel this way. Right, guys? Hello? And then I'd be by myself and I'd be like, see, that's why I'm not speaking up anymore. That's why, because nobody is there for you. Until I realized that my why, because I cannot stand bullying, not on my watch. My why was bigger. But because I wanted partnership so much, I always let those things disappoint me. Listen, self-awareness, get to know yourself. I don't know ... myself. Don't ever say, if somebody says, I don't know, say, I don't know myself. How's that for self-awareness and a wake-up call? Honey, what do you want to eat for dinner? I don't know myself. Make a decision. What do you want? What do you want? Until we get that, we can't get to the why. Honoring your parents is something I struggle with. I hear that a lot. Honoring your parents, what does honor mean to you? I honor my parents by not talking to them every day, every week, every month, often. That's how I honor my parents, because we don't have a healthy relationship. They are the way I used to be. I am here. It's a trigger for me. So my honor is to hold space in my heart for them in love, and to check on them every once in a while if I feel led to, not out of obligation, and to keep peace in my heart towards them. And then they're right now, they're healthy, they're fine, everything is good with them. And there's gonna come a time when they're gonna need financial assistance and different stuff like that. Then I will show up in the way that is true for me at that time. What is honor to you? And if you come from like a spiritual or scriptural, it says honor your mother and your father. What does that mean to you? It's not this elusive thing. It's honor means to hold at a specific position. What position do you hold them in? That verse almost took me out. Do what's true to you, because that sucker will kill you on the inside. I almost broke down. Be true to yourself, people. Be honest with yourself. People that say I'm struggling, you're not struggling. Tell the truth. Trust me, I love you. I'm here for you. I'm here with you. Tell the truth. If you just told the truth, pretend that you are drunk. Pretend that you are, I really don't like these people. I really don't like these people. I can't stand this society is telling you all this stuff. You know what? I'm done with society. I'm going to go out here and I'm going to start my own movement. Okay? I'm going to start my own movement. That's what it is. That's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Tell the truth. Just tell the truth. You're not struggling. You know what struggle is? Make a decision. I'm struggling with finding my self-worth. Make a decision. What is your self-worth? What are you worth? I feel I'm only worth something if I'm helping someone else. How do I get over that hurdle and feel less anxious without putting myself first? So I've been there with you, Danielle. I feel you. So first, going up after self-worth is elusive, right? Go for your why. Trust me on this. If you guys follow this system, it will set you free. Going after self-worth and being confident and all these elusive things, it doesn't work. What do you want? Who do you want it with? How do you want it? And how is it going to benefit yourself and others is the basic. Then you say, why do I want it? And what do I need to do to get it? Once you start doing the things to get what you want, that's where the self-worth and the self-confidence start coming in. I promise you that's the way that it goes. I promise you. Trust me on that one. I promise you. Get clear. Get your destination clear. Next slide. So we're at the end, guys. Give yourself permission. That's the number one thing you could do is get yourself permission, because between self-doubt and self-sabotage is permission. Because until you get out of your feelings and give yourself permission to do the things that are actually going to get you what you want, you're going to be in the same place. Louise Hay said, I give myself permission to be all that I can be, and I deserve the very best in life. Next. Listen, you need to go from confusion to clarity and to take control of your life and start living the life that you want, okay? And in order to do that, you have to know what you want, who you want, the way you want it, and benefit of yourselves and others. Next slide. And when you do that, you figure out what your why is, then you will activate your guiding voice, because your why is what's going to get you through the hard times. So make sure that you join for your Common Ground socials in this coming week. And I look forward to closing out this series with you the 8th, October the 8th. And be good to yourself, because you are absolutely necessary. Bye.
Thank you, Natalie, and thank you everyone for joining again this week. Please go on to the AWWC website and sign up and register for next week's Common Ground socials. And then week 5, like Natalie said, was Thursday, October 8th. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. Hope you have a great rest of the day.